Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paul. I'm pretty lucky to have such a large collection of vintage home movies that I made in the 80s. Most people, even if they made them, probably don't have them anymore. But even though I have all those tapes, there's still one missing. The second Kodak tape, a 6-hour VHS tape we filled up 30 years ago, has still not been located. It was called the second Kodak tape because earlier that year we had filled up another tape that we called the first Kodak tape. We started the second Kodak tape on June 21st, 1985, and we finished it up on August 20th. Though we don't have the tape anymore, we are fortunate enough to still have the list of everything that was on it. And even though that the tape is missing, I do have a small amount of the footage that was on it.
Look at me, I'm on TV!
I copied some parts of the tape at times before it went missing. So let's take a look at what was on this missing tape. One of the things that we always did with our video camera was to make homemade music videos. We made 24 of them on this tape, but right now I only have 4 of them in complete form. One for New Year's Day by U2, one for Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. Another one is Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, which was a compilation of accidents that we endured during the making of previous videos. And Vital Signs by the band Rush. In this one, we piled up the empty boxes from every one of our Atari cartridges and then knocked them over. I also have a few seconds, or less, from 5 other music videos. Cry by Godley and Cream, You Got Lucky by Tom Petty, Lovin' Every Minute of It by Loverboy, and the songs After Image and Distant Early Warning by Rush. During the making of my video for Hot Girls in Love by Loverboy on July 2nd, I melted the side of the video camera with a hot flood lamp. I didn't even realize I'd done it until 2 days later. My dad was obviously not amused by this. At all. It was still usable though. I'd love to see the video I made for AC/DC's Back in Black again. All I remember is smacking a plastic bag during the line, I hit the sack. A lot of the contents of the second Kodak tape were home movies and short films. Most of what I still have was all filmed on one intensely creative weekend around the 27th of July. There's a movie about The Walking Dead called All You Zombies.
I'm a zombie and I'm gonna eat you.
Something called Throwing Balls at a Chicken on a Chair that I recently turned into a song.
Throwing balls at a chicken on a chair.
Footage of a hot air balloon that incredibly and unexpectedly flew right over our house. One of the worst horror movies ever made, The Killer Hula Hoop.
It's the killer hula hoop! Oh my god! Ah!
And then, what was one of my most ambitious projects to date, The Summer of '85. I wrote this script on July 28th, 1985. Look at this character detail. Mrs. Swan appears drying a dish.
Hello, Tommy.
I told you not to call me Tommy!
I spent the better part of July 29th filming and editing this tale of teenage tragedy. I later showed it in my high school creative writing class, where it was a big hit. Unfortunately, the copy that I have now is not in very good shape. I don't have much else from this tape. A homemade Bonkers candy commercial. There's some footage of our family having a picnic at our local South Park. I noted in my journal we'd be going there to use the melted camera. And I still have some footage of my mom, dad, and I talking on our porch.
One of these is yours.
Oh, boy.
The segment called I'm a Ventriloquist exists only in this second of footage of me holding a big bird puppet. I wonder what I was saying. Out of the 6 hours of footage that I shot on that tape, I only have less than an hour of it now. The Petrosky Museum is probably the thing that I'd most like to see again. It was a video where we'd taken all the framed art off of my parents' walls and then critiqued it. There's a couple other tapes that are missing as well, but they do exist on DVD backups. I'm still hoping that one day, someday, the second Kodak tape will be found, hiding in some corner of my parents' basement. And then I'll be able to relive that summer of 1985 all over again. I hope that you enjoyed the look at the lost second Kodak tape. If you did, don't forget to click the like button down below. I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube.